بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And no, I did not do this for Halloween. I mean, kind of, sort of. Maybe to mock it, and maybe to mock the the disbelievers who are in hell now, okay? Who, thought that Halloween was something where they put on a scary mask and then it, would get rid of evil spirits. But it's little did they know that they were associating partners with God. Crazy, right? Anyway, Muslims out there, you guys will understand. So, no, actually, I have, an idea. I'm thinking about, doing this for, every other reaction video just because it is fun. And if you guys don't know, then I already wear a sparkly mask on my other channel. Go check it out. So, this is what this is really about. I'm not gonna lie, I got the inspiration from this. Now, whether or not this was supposed to be a Muslim girl, I do not know. But all I know is that I have this cat and I thought it was cute. So, since I don't have her cat or a real one, I miss my cats, okay? Leave me alone. Anyway, so the video that we will be reacting to today, hi, hello, how are you? Hope that you're doing well. That Allah has, well, he woke you up this morning, so he's already done enough. But yeah, I hope that he continues to bless you guys. I just wanted to do this reaction, yes, for spooky season, even though it's technically over. It's November now, I know. Technical issues. Maybe Allah doesn't want me to make this video. We'll find out soon enough, won't we? Because the fact of the matter is that this has never happened to me before, where the audio, which is completely wiped, there's nothing I could do. Maybe there is, but I don't know how to do it. I mean, it's never happened to me before. And even though I'm a bit of a techie, I go to school for tech stuff, I have no idea what happened. So instead of trying to mess around with that, I said, screw it, let me just do it on the first. So here we are. Happy November. I hope you guys have a wonderful winter and that you stay safe and warm and go to the mosque fully bundled. Fully bundled. Okay, bundled up. If you guys, some of you guys don't know, the English word for bundled is it's an American thing. It's basically, you're nice and wrapped up in yeah, you get the point. You're nice and wrapped up in basically something to keep you warm. Like a coat, go to the masjid with a coat. Don't be scared. Get one of those giant coats. Anyway, I'm rambling. So, what we're going to be reacting to today is viral TikTok warns Matt Rife about Annabelle. But yeah, like I was saying, go back to my other channel, Dunya Streets, for Quran reactions, where, like I said, I wear my little sparkly mask just because I wasn't sure if I wanted to hide my identity for future purposes. But you guys, if you want to know what I look like, you can go over to my socials right here, Dunya Streets and elleshedesigns. Alright, go follow me there, you guys, for halal art. I try anyways. I mean, obviously I took pictures with this on. Anyway, and because I really want to drive traffic so that I can build money for my non-profit organization. That brings me to go to my description for my, or just go ahead and DM me on Instagram for my Muslim sisters group chat for y'all who are new to Islam. Ignore my nails. I'm taking them off. Leave me alone. For Islam, if you're new to Islam, if you're a revert. If you're new to Islam, if you're a revert, or anything like that. So anyways, let's get into the video because I've been talking for way too long. Please go. There is One United Sisters. It's also for men who are new. If you're a young man, you don't know what you're doing, you can go ahead and join. Don't be intimidated. Please come. I'm here for you. How can I see? I mean, my friends asked me that last night, and honestly, I have no idea. So anyways, let's start the video. So this video, again, is called Viral TikTok Warns Matt Rife About Annabelle. She never let me go. Your life is in danger. That's just that's one thing I don't like about Spill. I mean, you guys can go, obviously subscribe to her if you want. Please don't send her any hate. But I don't obviously, the celebrity stuff I don't usually get into. A Muslim isn't really supposed to care about that kind of thing, and I don't. The thing is, though, when people start talking about things that are dangerous that could affect us, because, I mean, sometimes we're stupid, too. I mean, look at me. Anyway, things that can affect everybody, particularly our community, I'm going to talk about. Things that could be potentially dangerous, things that can be encouraged. Oh, it's fun, because you're going to see, he's going to go on and talk about jinn and how, he doesn't call it jinn, but, demons, whatever. How, people can stay overnight here. He got the Ed and Lorraine Warren's, haunted house place. It doesn't sound like a good idea, right? To open it up to the public is absolutely dangerous, and it pissed me off. And he apparently has control, it apparently has the rights to it for the next 3 years. Okay, so anyway, start the video. Inshallah.
The world.
I have just bought the Ed and Lorraine Warren's Home and Occult Museum with my very good friend Elton Castay. We are the legal guardians and caretakers of all 750 haunted artifacts and items in the Warren Museum.
The museum that houses the infamous Annabelle doll.
Including the Annabelle doll.
And while he spoke with passion and a smile, thousands of viewers sent him warnings. Oh, you in danger. Are you insured? Don't touch nothing. Prayers. May the odds be ever in your favor. And some bidding their farewells.
This is the real Annabelle. The one locked in a glass case because even Lorraine Warren was scared of it. The one that inspired an entire horror franchise. The one tied to unexplained deaths, accidents, and full-on demonic encounters.
Of course, this sounds ridiculous, but the amount of people sharing their unusual stories is impossible to ignore.
Annabelle is the reason that I believe in evil.
With recent incidents tied to Annabelle's presence, where disaster seems to strike certain places she visits.
Found dead in his hotel room while he was on tour with the Annabelle doll.
And personal experiences of people who met the doll face to face. My life turned into a nightmare after meeting the real Annabelle doll. How much danger is Matt Rife really in?
A lot of danger, because again, guys, listen, I don't mean to be one of those YouTubers who just like stop the video every 5 seconds, but I kind of have to, because again, this is what I was talking about. It's like, he has the rights to this place for the next 3 freaking years. And guys, remember, this is my 3rd time trying to film this, 3rd time watching it now. And as I'm just watching it back for the 3rd time, I didn't watch the whole thing for the 3rd time, but it's just crazy to me how, because I'm thinking like, what is this young man, comedian or not, what is he thinking that he's gonna get out of this? You know what I mean? Like, what in the actual frick does he think is going to happen? Like, we all know that Solomon was the only guy who was, you know, actually able to talk to jinn and have a good relationship with them. Go look it up. It is mentioned in the Quran and explained further through hadith that have been verified. Alright, if you don't know what hadith are and you're new here, then they are the words of the last prophet, whom we believe is to be Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who spoke to his, you know, disciples, so to speak, about, you know, what was happening, the Sahaba, as we call them. The Sahaba, his people, they, you know, they knew about these stories of, like, Solomon, because, like, the Bible, you know, is not complete, and a lot of stuff was taken out about Solomon. So what we know about Solomon is that he had control over the jinn. He was able to, like, basically have an army of them. I mean, literally, if I could have met any of these amazing men, because they don't exist now, God, why? Anyway, I think Solomon would be a solid choice. He's absolutely amazing, right? And I have my own encounters with jinn. But anyway, again, I don't understand why anyone would think that this is a good idea. I don't. Alright, but, you know, proceed. Moving on.
You see, Matt didn't just buy the Warrens' house and museum as a quiet admirer. He planned to turn it into entertainment.
And what this means for you guys is you are going to soon be able to book a night or a weekend and stay at the Warrens' house and investigate the house and the history of the house, as well as the museum and all the artifacts inside of it.
And while the artifacts inside the museum still belong to the Warren family, Matt and Elton became the legal caretakers of the artifacts for at least the next 5 years. Even Matt seemed aware of the potential danger.
This is the most random hobby ever, but it's so f***ing cool, man. I should probably collect stamps or something. Might be a little safer.
Again.
Now, for the first time in
5
6 years,
I said
Matt
3.
and Elton
Alright, whatever.
plan to
Again, ignore the nails.
reopen the Warrens'
5
house
years?
and occult museum after
Sir,
it was shut
are
down.
you kidding me? It's just weird. I'm glad it's not forever. Now, when I first heard this, I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm going insane, right? I'm going insane. And then I was like, oh, 5 years. Okay, well, it will end. But his reign of terror could mess up people's lives and souls if they're not, you know, well learned. And they're ignorant. People who come in here that don't know any better. Their Qareen is like whispering in their ear, hey, let's go. You know, if you don't know, Qareen is the jinn that we are all born with, just like you see depictions in Christianity if you grew up. Whoopsie-doodles. If you grew up where I did, and like, you know, where it's mostly Christians, and you know, you see pictures and stuff online with like the devil on the shoulder and an angel on the shoulder, and it kind of is like that in real life, okay? Like Allah has set forth that we all have. I mean, I'll try to find the quote here. It's somewhere in the early chapters of the Quran, where again he states that we all have a angel before and behind us recording what we say and do. And then we have a Qareen, a jinn that also whispers in our ear, trying to encourage us to do what to do, basically, you know, bad things, because that's what it was made to do, and we're tested here on earth because life is a test. But people that are ignorant, like Matt, who believes in God knows what, I'll try to look into it if you guys want a separate video on that. But again, this guy is presumably secular, so he shouldn't be doing this. So anyway, my point is that, again, you have this place for 5 years. Dangerous. You're now inviting people into it. Even more dangerous. Like, why?
So cool, man. I should probably collect stamps or something. Might be a little safer.
Now, for the first time in 6 years, Matt and Elton plan to reopen the Warrens' house and occult museum after it was shut down in 2019 because it's in a residential zone and was not approved for tourism. But the idea of a comedian making a profit off potentially haunted items and turning the Warrens' home into an Airbnb shocked the internet. While some defended him, just because he's a comedian doesn't mean he will make everything into a joke. He said he loves this stuff and will do everything respectful with it, which I can get behind. Plus, it's so cool to open this for overnight stays for big fans of the paranormal. Many people couldn't help but worry about the potential dangers associated with the Annabelle doll. The real Annabelle isn't porcelain like in the movies. It's a large Raggedy Ann doll. And according to the previous owners, the Warrens, it was first given to a nursing student in the 1970s who allegedly noticed it moving on its own, leaving strange notes, and even attacking a friend. The Warrens also alleged Annabelle wasn't possessed with the ghost of a little girl, but a demonic entity pretending to be one.
Again, if you guys do not know, the Ed and Lorraine Warren, I guess I can give a quick history rundown on them. Like, again, mostly Lorraine, if you know anything about them, like, she was the main crux of the couple that, you know, went around America basically helping people with alleged hauntings of what, you know, a Muslim would call a jinn, what a Christian would call a demon, and what someone else might call a lost spirit of a human, which I don't believe Allah allows that to happen, but Allah knows best. Anyway, these creatures of Allah, right, they're allegedly, you know, haunting these objects, which we all know. There are hadith, I'll try to find that as well and put it on the screen, where they suggest that, again, if they're authenticated, that there are these, you know, jinn like to morph into things, or, you know, they can attach to objects. I don't know how it works. I don't claim to know. But I just found that to be, like, very extremely fascinating. Yes, very extremely. And so, in light of that, it's just like, again, Ed and Lorraine Warren set out to help these folks to, you know, rid them of any negative energies that are lingering within their home, right? That's the idea. That's what priests are for. Allah talks about towards the end of the Quran, there's a chapter that states, you know, certain Christians that he saves. So again, you know, when they put in an actual effort to, I guess, rid of demons, perhaps Allah saves these humans, and Allah knows best. We don't have the right to say what he did or did not do with specific kinds of Christians. Now, with that out of the way, Ed and Lorraine Warren, you know, that's their thing. I don't know what Ed really believed in. I believe that they both grew up Catholic. I'll try to put that information here if I can find it, because, you know, I like to do my research, you guys. But again, wherever they grew up, whatever they believed in, that's what they did. They you know, and I've seen some cases, you guys. It's very believable when you actually look into some of the photos. It's terrifying. This one girl starved to death. I mean, that can only be a Karin, right? I mean, it was terrifying. So anyway, that's what they did. And once Annabelle was out there in their museum, she should have stayed there. Honestly, I would have burned her myself, but that's just me. I heard that burning it can make it worse, so what the hell do I know? But it's just like a little, you know, food for thought.
They locked the doll in a glass case with a sign reading, "Positively do not open."
This is the worst thing in here. It's that doll.
And the Warrens were a whole other story. Ed and Lorraine Warren were a husband and wife team who spent decades investigating alleged hauntings and collecting objects they believed were paranormal.
Everything and anything in here we have investigated.
In their Monroe, Connecticut home, the one Matt bought, they converted part of the basement into the occult museum, filled with items they claimed were tied to real cases, some allegedly involving violent deaths, demonic activity, or streaks of bad luck. Among them were voodoo dolls, satanic idols, funeral masks, and the infamous Annabelle. The Warrens insisted these objects were dangerous and warned against touching or moving them, especially Annabelle.
Don't ever touch anything, and if you do, let me know.
While the Warrens' work has long been controversial, with critics calling them sensationalists, even scammers, which we'll get more into later, some people believe there may be truth in some of these haunting incidents. which could mean trouble for Matt Rife. In early May 2005, the New England Society for Psychic Research, NESPR, launched the Devils on the Run tour, showcasing haunted artifacts from the Warrens Occult Museum, including Annabelle. Yes, a tour, meaning the artifacts the Warrens warned not to touch or move would be traveling across several states. And as it turned out, several cities experienced some unusual events. After Annabelle passed through New Orleans, Louisiana for their May 13th and...
See, this is what I'm saying. It's just like, why? Why would you want to move her after all of that? It's like, you bought the place, you want to ruin other people's souls, you don't know what the frick you're doing. Great, not great, but it's like, that's one thing. Okay? It's one thing, you know, these people don't know what they're doing. Allah says that most people don't know this. Yeah, I don't remember the verse. Yeah, but basically he's saying that most of us are ignorant. I get it, but this is what messes us up. Because then you're moving the thing. And if there is a jinn attached to her, let's just go, food for thought. And you're moving her across country. I mean, yeah, I don't know how bad luck works. I mean, luck isn't really real. It's like what Allah allows from these spirits because they have free will too, just like we do, to happen. So it's like, it's still not a good idea to move the thing. I really wouldn't do that, you know? Like, I really just don't think it's a great idea.
For their May 14th show, something shocking happened. Just one day later, on May 15th, the infamous Nottoway plantation went up in flames, destroying much of the structure. This 165-year-old antebellum mansion was the largest remaining plantation home in the South, and it carried a long, complicated history. Built in 1859 by enslaved labor and held about 155 enslaved individuals. It's also frequently mentioned as Louisiana's most haunted places by both locals and visitors. Investigators stated the cause of the fire was due to faulty electrical wiring, but the timing of Annabelle passing through the city days earlier made people think twice.
Some people call it a coincidence, but look, in a city built on spirits, nothing burns without reason.
Especially considering the plantation's alleged shady behavior in modern day.
But recently, people noticed that it's been completely whitewashed. If you go on the website, there's nothing there that talks about the dark history of the place, and it's currently being used as a wedding venue. That is until Annabelle was there the other day and the whole thing burned down.
Even former employees spilled secrets.
I used to be a tour guide at Nottoway Plantation. Nottoway was not talking about history properly. The type of history that they were teaching there was a bunch of just headline stuff, framing John Randolph as a slave owner who wasn't that bad. And I absolutely refused to talk about that. And they really just wanted to be able to continue charging people $50,000 plus for weddings there.
Many people...
So you see what I mean? Like, this is another thing. Like, I what Annabelle was responsible for it? Probably not. But anyway, allowed it to burn down, and it happened to be a disgusting antebellum place where they did disgusting things to black people. Interesting. If a white boy is defending us, well, then you know it's bad. Not to be dramatic or anything, but literally, I mean, you see me. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. Like, girl, if we don't sit here and really say, hey, like, this is what we're doing, then, I mean, I let it happen, you know? And then they're going to go on to say that they see spirits in the window. I don't know. Apparitions are a thing. I mean, I have one of the best apparition photos ever. It's in one of my old videos on Dunya Streets. Go subscribe if you like Quran reactions. But I'm just saying. So, yeah. I can show you guys, too, if you'd like to see it. Just let me know. I don't feel like finding it for this video, but this is my second time filming this. Again, you guys, like... It's just crazy because it's like, it has a disgusting history. She happened to be there. Annabelle was just traveling in the back of somebody's car. It's very weird, but either way, like, let it burn. You know, if it's an antebellum place, that's great. But that's more of a side note. It's just something that I thought was interesting about this video because they just go on to talk about all the string of events of, like, so-called bad luck and, you know, bad things that happen. So, in this being one of them, I thought it interesting because it's just like, well, that's just yet another reason not to be moving this thing around. And anyway, not to be keeping plantations up for this long. Like, if it was not arson, because if you guys don't know, arson is where you purposefully set something on fire. If it was not arson, then there's no reason that this disgusting place should even exist. And like the tour guide said, like, they were just brushing it under the rug, as they do here in the U.S. For you guys who are not from here, they do that a lot.
Many people also pointed out the chilling imagery in the fire, writing, "Do you see the figures in the windows?" implying that Annabelle may have freed the enslaved spirits. Even though there was a discussion about the dangers of downplaying the real human suffering that happened at the plantation by using a supernatural scapegoat, one creator suggested,
if Annabelle did do it, then maybe she's not the villain. Maybe she's the anti-colonial queen that we didn't know we needed. And maybe, instead of demonizing her, we should be thanking her.
One day later, at midnight of May 16th, another unexpected incident occurred. 10 inmates escaped a New Orleans jail through a toilet wall. They ripped the toilet from the wall and broke the metal piping around it.
There are clean cuts here, and the plumbing had been removed.
They then made a run for it while the housing technician...
Okay, now this is getting kind of ridiculous now, because like I said, it's kind of getting off topic, and I talked about this before in the previous video that you guys are not going to see because it has no audio, even though the sun was beaming and I was looking like, well, you know. So yeah, but so yeah. Anyway, it's a new month. It's a new month, you guys, and so may Allah guide these prisoners. I mean, they were clearly just desperate humans doing desperate things. I don't like seeing people in cages either, but you think about their crimes and you're like, oh, well, hopefully they repent, because a lot of people become Muslim in jail. Hopefully going back into the slammer, as you know that they did, you know, is like woke them up or something. Anyway, so this is like a side note, right? Again, it doesn't have anything to do with Anna, no, but it's just very fascinating to see, like, the unfortunate human condition. Hopefully these men got the help that they needed, but like I was saying, yeah, I'm one of those people. A lot of sympathy. Debatable. Anyway, so again, this right here, the whole thing, but going back to Matt Rife, it's just really, you know, sad. But anyways, I'm just gonna end the video here like I did last time and say, yeah, you guys can watch the rest of it down below in the description. I will remember to put it down there, inshallah, and if I can, then I'll put the Muslim group chat as well as my socials down below. Okay, love you guys for the sake of Allah. I gotta go eat. Thank you, Mom, for cooking. And yeah, so if it rhymes, it must be true. Love you, and you guys stick out for any new videos if you guys like this. You know, it's not silk. I heard that we're not supposed to wear silk, so you know, I just chose the next best thing. Anyhow, so yeah, if y'all, you know, y'all mess with it, cool. If you don't, you know, I'm not a ghost. I mean, I am, because sometimes I just disappear on y'all. But yeah, that's kind of the point. But no, like I said, y'all saw the inspiration. I thought it was cute. It was what it was. It is what it is. So, and you know, I miss my cats. All right, so if you guys did enjoy this video, then please leave a thumbs up, like, subscribe, do all that wonderful, amazing stuff. And unlike what other YouTubers say, you will see me in the next video. Okay, because you know you're looking through the screen. All right, I'm like a weirdo. Like, sorry about that. I'm like a stickler for the rules. Okay, if it rhymes though, it must be true. Love you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Oh.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم